sudden, it's gone.
Well, our plan was to retire 5, 6, 7 years ago. Things changed.
We couldn't make the payments anymore.
Their story has a happy ending, though. They fought the bank, and they won.
I haven't paid a mortgage since 2003 because of the fraud that I detected on my property.
A new report says that home foreclosures continue to skyrocket.
Home repossessions jumped 11%.
It's estimated that 45% of sales of existing homes are foreclosed properties.
Foreclosure crisis where millions of families have lost their homes over the past 6 years.
At this point, we believe the suspect is barricaded inside of the apartment complex.
He was losing his condominium because of a $15,000 home equity loan he could no longer afford to pay.
Fed up Americans are taking back their homes.
Hi, my name is Michelle.
Hi, my name is Angela.
Hi, I'm Rochelle.
And I'm Charles.
And this is The Bottom Line.
They're trying to cause division in our family. They're trying to cause marriages, anything to break it up, everything. But we have to stop that today, ladies and gentlemen. We have to stop and we have to fight smart. We have to fight fire with fire. And in order to do that, we have to have the right, basically compelling evidence.
Anthony Boyd, a powerful motivation and action speaker. His message is filled with results. He helps homeowners like himself find solutions that stops the foreclosure machine.
My original lender was Bank of America. My loan was then sold to Select Portfolio. Both of them were absolutely horrific to deal with. They would not talk to me, they would not return my phone calls, and it seemed as though the right hand did not know what the left hand was doing.
And my original lender was Encore Credit. Although my loan passed through many hands, ultimately, with research finding out, ended up with Select Portfolio Servicing.
Our lender was GMAC, who sold our loan to Greentree. We asked for a second modification, which they denied. We searched over and over with attorneys and spent thousands of dollars, which they had no concern for our home.
He challenges mediocrity and helps distressed families seek and activate their own line of defense.
So we have two legs to stand on there. We know that that document is void, not voidable, but it's void. And how do we know that document is void? We have a pooling and services agreement that states it. We understand that that notary is notary fraud. We understand that the authorized signer is not a legal authorized signer. We understand that that authorized signer is a robo-signer, a fictitious signer. We also understand that there's mail fraud involved with that because they filed or they mailed a fraudulent document. We also know that they filed a fraudulent document with the county recorder's office. So we have a lot to back up to be able to stand to make that argument void more compelling.
It was very frustrating. I was in tremendous distress and afraid that I was going to foreclose on my home until I discovered Anthony Boyd's Bottom Line DVD series, which was full of information, full of insight, how the whole procedure works.
So I began doing some research myself. After many sleepless nights, layers of paperwork going to the servicing company and trying to figure out what I could do, unable to get a modification, feeling threatened that I was going to lose my home, not sleeping at night, just literally being sick to my stomach, not knowing where I was going to live from day to day or what they would be willing to do. I discovered Anthony Boyd in the Bottom Line.
His discussion cuts to the core with research that really matters.
So we look at signatures, the counties and so forth, and date. You will never believe how many dates that we find that are after the date that it was actually filed when the notary was done. Those are the key things that you want to look at whenever we look for a securitization audit, and they're key things that we can find in the audit that you could actually use in your quiet title action that show that it's a broken chain of title.
His own story is compelling and inspires his message to others.
We now have the lender calling to negotiate with us, wanting to know what we want.
Now when people knock on my door, I can tell them, you can go away. I'm not going to lose my home.
I had absolutely no idea, and without that information, I really think I would have lost my home.
Mr. Boyd has the ability to inspire people to pursue their passion and to live their dreams. Whether they are facing foreclosure, a trustee sale, looking for a loan modification, or seeking a quiet title to their property.
Because he's helped me, and the series has been able to help me stop the trustee sales several times. And now they're calling me trying to say, what can I do? What can we discuss? We're going to file. Oh, we're going to postpone it because we want to talk to you, see what we can do.
We even was able to stop the trustee sale of our home. We were within days of losing our home, and the bottom line put the line to it.
I've been introduced to this item called a quiet title, which lets me know that I do have rights. I cannot just be automatically overtaken by the large corporation.
How can the servicer possess the promissory note issued with fraudulent assignment? The title must be duly perfected if the lender is even thinking about initiating a foreclosure process. Well, if the note has been bifurcated from the deed of trust, how can they foreclose on your property? Alleged lender must admit or deny securitization. Hey, this information is very, very informative. You want to make sure that it just gets into your mind. So when you're going through this process, it explains everything from the foreclosure process, where it started from, how to use a securitization audit, how to examine the securitization audit, how to put together your quiet title action, and what are the important steps in having a compelling quiet title action in court.
So what is the bottom line?
You must stay in the fight.